Some resorts in Mati and Davao Oriental are on the brink of closure after local officials flagged them for operating without permits. Gemma Vansenia is reporting to us live from Samal Island to tell us more about this. Gem, how are tourist outlets like hotels and restaurants in Samal as well as in Mati faring right now under quarantine?
Sean, 15 beach resorts and one hotel in Mati City, Davao Oriental might face closure for operating without permits from their local government and the tourism department. The local tourism official already warned the said establishments, and if they continue operating without securing permits from the LGU and the DOT, they will be facing sanctions. The Mati Tourism and Promotions Office head Daniel Indelible Jr. said they have no deadline for this identified tourism-related establishments, but they have to secure permits first before allowing these establishments to operate again. Aside from the unregistered establishments, the Tourism Office also called the attention of hotels and resorts for minor violations on health protocols. Indelible said most of the establishments had lapses in implementing social distancing, wearing of face masks, and giving contact tracing forms to visitors. He reminded all TREs to strictly implement and observe the rules under modified general community quarantine. Meanwhile, here in Samal, beach resorts are finally reopening after a month of delay. Igacos Mayor David said they have to consider the rising number of COVID-19 cases in the island before reopening their tourism. As of yesterday, there are 33 COVID-19 cases recorded here in Samal. Uy also reminded tourists to secure their tourist QR code first before coming to the city. Tourists should book first online, and their chosen resort will be the one to process and release their QR code. Uy also reminded them to follow health protocols to avoid COVID-19 while relaxing and enjoying their vacation here. Here's what he has to say.
August 15, resorts muna, no entry, no QR code. Hindi yung kakasunod kung wala kay booking. Then the use of the QR codes for contact tracing is still enforced. Decor ban is still enforced.
Sean, we noticed that the Samal LGU deployed some staff in the Sasa Wharf to make sure that all passengers going to the Samal Island have QR codes. The no QR code, no entry policy has been implemented in the island since June. Sean?
All right, Jem, how are the tour operators, the hotels and resorts faring under quarantine? How is business doing for them? Were you able to ask them?
Sean, according to the resort owner of Cabanico, Ilmare, that it might take them longer to catch up with their losses after months of being shut down because of the pandemic. But still, they are hopeful that after the reopening of tourism, the COVID-19 situation here in the city, they are hoping that this will be manageable so that they could continue operating amidst the pandemic. Sean?
All right, any idea when they could possibly open?
Actually, Sean, they started reopening last August 1, but according to Igacos Mayor David Uy, tentatively the operations should last first until August 15, and the extension will depend upon the COVID-19 situation in the island. For example, the COVID-19 cases will continue to rise, the operation might be closed again, but if the COVID-19 situation here in the island could still be manageable, the operations of the beach resorts as well as the island hopping operations here in the island might continue. Sean?
All right, thank you very much for that update all the way from Samal. Gemma Vansenia joining us from the island garden city of Samal. And here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. The Transport Department has required commuters to wear face shields in areas where public transportation is allowed. This is on top of wearing a face mask to prevent the contracting of COVID-19. This new safety measure will take effect on August 15. A New Zealand news outlet reported that the country recorded 2 new COVID-19 cases, and they are both travelers from the Philippines. The 2 Filipinos are currently under isolation. And House Public Accounts Committee Chairperson Mike Defensor blamed PhilHealth's all-case rate policy as the root of corruption in the agency. In a House hearing happening today, Defensor said the so-called PhilHealth mafia might be using this policy to pocket money amid the pandemic. PhilHealth President Ricardo Morales insisted that the agency can still be reformed despite the alleged massive corruption lingering in the state-run health insurance firm. For more updates, follow News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. We'll throw you back to the House hearing on the alleged corruption in PhilHealth. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.